ìrànlọ́wọ́ àfọ̀nà àwọn ìlànà
Good morning, good morning. Happy new month, ladies and gentlemen on through the call. My name is Julius, and I'm greeting you from the city of Masaka here in Uganda. It's a pleasing pleasure, as well as a privilege to have you. Thank you for making a decision to be here, ladies and gentlemen, on the call. And if you're able to make some money last month, bigger. If it was not a perfect month for you, I just want to tell you, very, very soon, things are going to get better. Just understand that failure is part of the process. So many people want only to see wins all the time. They want, when they join a business, they want to start making money right away. They want to become millionaires 1 or 2 days. But things don't work that way. You don't become a millionaire today, right? What happens, gentlemen, is that as you travel your journey to financial freedom, you need to understand it is a journey, and this journey, ladies and gentlemen, has ups and downs. And if that sticks in your mind, you understand as you are trading, you slowly develop the skill, all right? You don't expect quick results, right? Don't expect things to 110% move where you expect them to go, but you remain into the lane of learning. One of the challenges that so many people face and jump into complete poverty is the inability to be patient with themselves as they are learning. That inability of someone not being patient with themselves in their learning process. When they fail to be patient with themselves and add emotions, they find themselves getting out of the way. The whole of yesterday and today in the morning, I've been studying something that I want to start with today in your Royal Q application, all right? In the Royal Q application. And that's where I will start from today. But if I get started, I want to recognize different leaders on the call. Happy to have you, Leader Brian from Australia. Happy to have you, Leader Annalyn from Dubai. Happy to have you, Leader Abe from Uganda. Right, okay. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Happy to have you, my brother, Leader Max from Indonesia, all right? Okay, all right, okay. Happy to have you, okay. Okay, happy to have you, Leader Sindiso. Happy to have you, all right? Happy to have you, Leader Wazid, all right? Okay, happy to have you, Bash King, all right? Friends, happy to have you all at the same time, okay? Yeah, there's so many people I see on the call that I know. But basically and purely, I usually look at V3s and V2s. That's where my focus usually goes. Please don't quarrel with me, Julius. Just rank up, because when you rank up, I understand that you don't want to make the money alone. You know, when you rank up, I understand you don't want to make the money alone. You want to make with a team. And if you want to make with a team, then to my side, it's big up, right? Let me just now go into the Royal Q, right? I was trying to monitor something. I believe in trying. I believe in understanding the business. I believe in getting to know how this business can get it better, not by listening to anyone, but going into myself to practice. One of the things I've discovered in the last month we have done the business. By the way, before you start this new month, I want you to go back to your trading profits, right? And be able to look at this. How much have you been able to collect, right? You need to be very drastic. You don't need to just keep on doing the business that way. So I just want to, this is usually my trying account. And I want to calculate with you just some little profits and the capital, because most of you are, okay, let me just do this with you, 850399. Okay, that's $10. then plus 1.49. I hope you are doing the same with your account. 2286. Those are $12 plus 7.4.4, right? 0.7.4 7671. All right, that's 19 plus 13. I hope you're adding those 2.38 98 98, which is $33 plus 5.824564 plus, that's 38, 1.059 to L1, that's $40. This is 24. I will now not delay so much. I'm just getting a picture. Plus 20, plus 13, plus 7, plus 1 to 1, plus 188, plus 2.2. I'll leave it at that, plus 52. Plus 75. Yes, I have a total of $542. And the capital of this account was generally $500. I have a total of $542 in profit. I have a total of $542. $542 in profit with a capital of $500. Good business. It doesn't matter how much another person has made. You should never compete with anybody. You should compete with yourself. So find out how much profit have you been able to make in the previous month from your trading. What are some of the things you have learned that you're not going to redo again? Because the challenge is you don't need to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. And the following are some of my discoveries this month. Yesterday, I took an ample eye onto my Royal Cube. And I noticed the following. Nobody has given me these coins. I'm trying to learn something. And I'm risking, by the way, with some good capital. When I started Royal Q, I was using a copy trader. I no longer use copy traders. And so, because of that, I've advised you all here, come here on mine, come on my strategy setting, set your own strategy. I personally trade in one shot, so you can set your own strategy. The question is, how do you set the strategy? Let me delete some of this. I will not delete this one, this one. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. Okay, now what do? You come on plus. How much capital do you have and how much do you want to risk? Very important. And maybe I usually trade coins with $200, $250. This month, I'm going to be doing one shots for $5,000. Because I've discovered the more the first buying amount is high, the more profit I crash down. So if you want, maybe you are trading with, let me just go $100. The margin calls 1. The take profit depends on your greed. I would advise you can take 2% or 1.5. This one, I usually keep it at sometimes 0, but I would advise 0.1. Then the rest don't make sense. The rest don't make sense. That is enough. Then I save it up. It is this one here. I can name it to identify it from the many, and I call it one shot. Then I save. Now, you come back here at home. I want to note something with you. And yesterday, what you do, you tap on general. We have coins on general and coins on profession. And yesterday, I was looking at this coin called BTST. Was the last coin. If you tap on the percentage change, this down one, it was the last coin down here, like you see FLI. And in the last close to 24 hours, it has made a profit of 48%. The other thing, as I've been trading, I've decided to be very, very patient with myself. I've decided to be very, 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 very patient with myself while I'm trading. And I've discovered that Royal Q arranges these coins depending on how they are providing profit. And this has given me a feeling to pick coins depending from those that are lowly performing, and I be patient with them, and I'll be really be patient with them. And at times I found myself really closing most of my coins. Yesterday, I was able to pick some coins, and one of them was this one known as KSM. This one, KSM. And another one by Solana. These were picked by myself. You see, I bought these at night, and I've been now monitoring. So today, when I woke up in the morning, I wanted to my brain and really find out on a personal level without going so much into understanding how maybe as other people analyze the market, as other people look at candlesticks, as other people maybe look for coins the other way, this way, which want to trade. I've personally looked at my approach is different, and using my insight and my approach, I decided to come here on quantitative, tapped on professional here, and tapped on professional this side, and I picked some coins. And I've been a little bit stubborn as I reseek. I decided to pick the first coin that was up here. By then it was AVAX, which has now gone down. And I also picked the last coin by then, which was SLP by then. But as I speak right now, AVAX is down. It's going down. And like you see, Beck has come up, AVAX is going down, means now for this, because I entered it when I know it might have a downward movement. So I'll get out of this coin. I'm now learning something. And now let me pick the last coin onto this column by the names of Algo. So I tap on trade settings. Here it has $100. I will not go in for 100. I will go in for $50. 2% is fine for me. Then I start this trade. Beautiful. Now I'm trying to learn something, and it's up to you. Me, I usually share my ideas and what I'm experiencing. And when I did it yesterday, yeah, I was able to make myself some good profit. I was finding out that as Royal Q arranges these coins, for example, as we speak right now, VET is at top. VET is at top. But what amazes me is this coin known as BTCST. Yesterday in the morning, it was the one that was making little profit. Like you see, FIL that is down here. And so, if I put into my mindset, right, this has no gimmicks, this has no analyzing of coins, this has no feelings, this has no emotions, and this is not based on NBAT, right? When I did it yesterday, today is my third day of doing this and practicing. I love practicing on my own. And then later, if it works out for me, to share with somebody. And when I traded, let me see these coins here. I've been closely monitoring and looking into the idea. I bought Ion. Ion was the last coin. Let me see where Ion is quantitatively here. I don't know, it's this side. I found Ion was the last coin. This is XLM. Let me see, where is Ion, the first? All right, when I started this trade of Ion, Ion was the last coin at the bottom. And I decided to buy it because I believe in the principles that were taught to me when I started the business, that the robot buys low and sells high. And so I developed a feeling, and my feeling was saying, Julius, you'll always have two choices: to either buy the lowest coin like SLP or Algo that is doing poorly now, right? And once this happens, two things might happen. This coin might continue going low. This coin might continue going low, or this coin might continue going up. And this has been my insight as a person, that whenever this coin will go low, I will buy its dip. Because I've discovered for the last 8 months in the business, when you decide to use the martingale strategy and allow your board set some margin calls, oh, this must be in one shot. It has around $100. Also, this one must be in one shot. Sorry for that. One shot meaning once a buy, right? That if this particular coin that I bought goes low, I will buy the dip. And yesterday, really, I did it very well with this coin known as KCM. And I will have my brother from Denmark who was telling me it is called Mukokota. He's a Ugandan. So because I saw this coin move from below to around here, and was able to sell off in 3%. I decided to say, I am going to try it twice. I'm going to trade like the number one coin that is going up, and also the down one coin that is starting from below, maybe going up. It has two choices. It might go up or it might go down. But when it goes down, I will buy its dip. Because I've not seen any coin since I've been here in RoyalQ on the 70 coins, according to how RoyalQ has really synchronized, that goes to negative 20%. No matter how much floating loss you are in. What causes some people to perfectly stay in too much floating loss is simple. It's because when they drop into floating loss, they no longer have more money to buy the dip of this particular coin, which prevents the average price to get closer to the current price for them to jump out of the floating loss. So I discovered, as if someone is trading, one, they need to do what you call money management. They don't need to invest all their money in the trades. They need to remain with a certain money for the backup. that if I have a capital of $1,000, all right, I'll divide my money into 250 and I'll trade how many coins, Julius? 3. I remain with 250. And so I will go to this particular coin that is going down. If it was on one short, right? I tap on trade settings. I now come back because it has already bought this 50. I put the first buying amount maybe to be 15. I come here on the margin calls, these ones, the margin calls, and I put maybe 7. Then I come on the margin call configuration where the gist of the business is. That if this coin is now going down, I will say, Robert, if this coin maybe drops down by 3.5, or if this coin drops down by 5%, please buy one more time. Or if this coin drops down by 2%, my Robot, buy one time. Buy one time. And so, ladies and gentlemen on the call, if this coin still bounces back down again, ladies and gentlemen, to this, my Robot, buy another time. This really helps me, ladies and gentlemen, this really helps me that if this coin keeps on going down, my Robot will be able to buy the dip using the martingale strategy. That will allow us now use the remaining balance. That will allow us use the remaining balance, as a gentleman, that we didn't use to now invest it little in different coins. And as you do that, ladies and gentlemen, as you do that, your average price moves closer to the current price. And when the average price moves closer to the current price, ladies and gentlemen, someone is able to jump out of the floating loss because they are allowing the boat to buy the dip. 2, for the 8 months I've been in this business, now I'm talking with personal experience, I've discovered anybody who buys the dip makes too much profit. I need to emphasize this point. Anybody who buys the dip, now this is not based on anybody, this is not based on how anybody feels about it. I'm saying, I'm speaking from my heart, I'm speaking to what I've experienced. I'm not basing to either analyzing of the market or anything or whatsoever, right? Anybody who manages their capital right, and they have a coin that is going down, and they buy the dip, they usually make more profit when this coin bounces back. Anybody who realizes that some of their coins are going down and perfectly opens their margin calls, right? Opens their margin calls, give their margin calls a bigger percentage. What do I mean by giving a bigger percentage? For example, if the market is going down, let me say on these coins of mine, Ska coin is not stable, but it's fine. Let me look at X, this one. For example, if the market's going down for this coin, and it's really going down, what I need to do, because I was able to funds, I'll just come here and change the first buying amount to 10, increase my margin calls to 7 or 10 or whatsoever, then come on the margin call configuration. And I can tell my bot, if this market goes down by 5%, buy one time. I'm 110% sure that if this coin falls down by 5% and it buys with only $10, your floating loss will drastically go down. The average price will move closer to the current price. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the profitability of the business sits in how many coins you have that you are going to trade. And when this particular coin is going down and you are able to buy more of this coin deep, it means you'll have more coins to sell when this particular coin goes high. As simple as that. The reason why someone could sit in too much floating loss is because they have not been able to manage their funds right to have reserve when things take the other direction. And when they do, you don't get all your money to this particular coin. You open margin calls wide enough and say, I want to use my money a little bit. If I have $100, I want to use like $30 for this coin. Then I say, if this coin goes down by 5%, my robot buy one time, that $10 will buy you too many coins at a cheaper price. Now you are putting in mind. I'm now not talking to people who have a mindset of Forex trading. I'm not talking to people who have a mindset of profit now. I'm looking for people who have a long-term mindset. Because everything that you do depends on how you think. Ladies and gentlemen, when you allow your boat to buy 5% dip, now people are saying, Julius, the market is up. Whatever is up will go down. And whatever will go down will come up. The best thing as you are starting the month is to prepare your mindset right. Yes, it is true the Bitcoin could go whatsoever direction it takes, but it will come down. It's a guarantee. And the only way you can make huge profit is to have the power to buy when the coins are cheap. And that's when the market is going down. The challenge is when the market is going down, most of you are complaining everywhere. I've never seen a business where people have failed to understand that things are cheap, it is time to buy, and people are busy complaining everywhere. Julius, things are cheap, but now I'm complaining. I have someone complaining in my inbox today since morning, complaining about floating loss. Since I joined, I'm not making profit. The challenge is in poor management of your money. I need to be frank with you, trading is capital. Who of you says wants to be in the business of cars and is not willing to have enough capital to purchase the cars? There's no business. That's why Royal Q puts the affiliate program that, hey, Julius, if you don't have the money, sell the opportunity to other people, get the money, then trade. But someone wants to be comfortable. I am having my capital of $100. I'm having my capital of $100. Is there a good business? Not at all. There are three things that my friend Jim Rohn talks about. You can sell the idea to someone and he buys the idea, as long as you take time to understand the idea. So if you don't have capital, I will not sit and babysit people around on this call, say it is comfortable, even if you have $20, you'll be able to win big in this business. And gentlemen, that's not where you belong. No. That's not where you belong. That's not where you belong. If you start with $50 or $20, please and please have a goal. Please and please have a destiny. Don't just keep on saying, bragging around with, I'm making 0.1 with my $20. This is too good. My God, is that where you belong? Not at all. Not at all. I want, ladies and gentlemen, to ask you as we start this new month. I will give an example of this gentleman who started with $300 and decided to set a goal. Ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that he grows his capital with 1,000 every single month. Right, there is a signal of one shot, no preset price. Buy mana one shot, mana one shot. Okay, if you're on the call and you love the one shot signals, let me just show you. Okay, one shot, buy mana. These are these are one shot signals. Is one of the parameters we are using as a team to make sure that people with some capital could make some money every day, right? So if you want to the call, before I continue, let me just drop in these signals, all right? Okay, one shot signals are here. 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 Okay, let me just drop them here. Okay. Just a minute. Now onto the people onto the Telegram group. Let me share my screen and explain this before I continue. These are just some simple nuts you can collect in a day. They are simple nuts. If you are online, usually we have 3 types of these simple signals. You can trade and make some money. And I don't know what's happening. All right, let me break them here. Okay. Now, what is this? What is buy mana, one short, one take profit? It's as simple as this. Okay. This is my royal queue. This is my training ground. Okay. Let me just show you what do I mean by this, for example. Let me sell this one. It's too jumpy. You just need to come here on quantitative. These are just signals, all right? Tap, look for the name of the coin. It's not there. Mana, right? Now these signals, now you just now tap on settings. Choose a strategy that you have already made. Let me say it's this one. But the person who has sent the signal is saying take 1.4%. That's where the difference now comes in. If you become greedy with that, this person has calculated the candlestick will hit that and then will be out of that trade. So your duty is just to set it up and start the trade. Then one shot. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do to trade with those one shot signals given in the group. These ones, as a team from different leaders, really, they are throwing as many as possible in a day. Now, if you don't have capital, don't say I'm missing out on this coin, on this coin. Make sure you get involved. And if you don't have the time, if you don't have the time to trade these signals, I could share like 10 strategies anyone could get coins to trade. No emotions involved. And I started with it, but I will really talk about it more deeper. I really talk about it more deeper. Different strategies anyone can get coins to trade. Now, let me first go back to my insight. Don't get too much excited with making profit. Why? You need to manage your funds right. If you trade a coin, I want to emphasize that point because whole of last month, people are complaining of floating loss. And this coin goes down. That is the sweetest time for you to invest more money. Buy more of this coin. Why? Because it is cheap. What you need to do is to increase your margin calls. Ladies and gentlemen, is to increase your margin calls and buy deep of this particular coin. Like I've said, I just want you before by there to do what I have shown you. Just note last coin here. It is FLI. Check after 24 hours, that's general. Come back to your professional. The first coin now is VET. The last coin now here is SLP. Check this, ladies and gentlemen. After 24 hours, what I've discovered, every 1 hour, Royal Q changes these coins. Every 1 hour. Every 1 hour. It drops the coin that has been moving through the curves to the top now. And it also drops the coin that is moving from down going up. Just take time. Now, I want to also make this. Let me make this point. Let no one deceive you that is the too much expert about this robot. I want you to understand that this application is at your hand. And since it is at your hand, I want you to take decision to press some buttons on your app so that you learn how your app works. And I want to give you confidence that the day you will discover by yourself, I usually tell myself, really, I've not had an upline, okay, that has come and tell me, Julius, this is this, this is this, this is this. I've been experiencing myself, like this that we are talking about. It was one day I said, but wait, I've been trying to check my app, and I've discovered that every time there is a coin with a low percentage down here, and there is a coin with the highest percentage up there. What happens without looking at candlesticks or anything? What happens if I trade this coin that's going up? I discovered two things can happen. One, this coin can pump up and give me quick profit, 2%. But at the same time, this coin can start going down. And when it goes down, I just open the margin calls. I buy the dip, I buy the dip, I buy the dip, I buy the dip. Why? Because whatever goes down comes up. Okay, then I discovered that. Then I said, Yesterday I was trading this coin by the names of KSM. Let me show you where it is now. KSM, KSM, K. It is here now. Me, I jumped off after making around I think it was 4%. It's here now. That's when I stopped earning. It was enough for me. It was enough for me. So now, in the morning, I entered this coin called Ion, right? It was the down coin down here. As I've traded Algo now, and I discovered that now as it is around 10 a.m., Ion is here, meaning Royal Q is putting these coins in the sequence on how they are performing in the market. So I can be able to either pick the first coin and see, and also pick the last coin and I see how will things happen. And as I do this, I'll have reserve capital that if this coin goes down, I'll keep buying its dip. And if this coin goes down, I'll still keep buying its dip. If I take my profit, well and good. And anybody now can trade without requesting anyone. I can enter my FL, trade with little capital, manage my funds right. When the market goes down, I buy the dip. I can set it anywhere I want it to go. And I will make money. Do I need an expert to do that? Not at all. Now, I want to talk about the power of compounding using your Royal Q application. And this is really very, very important for you to understand that RoyalQ has the power to compound your money. And when you make profit and invest again, it means if you had $100 and you made $7, you have now 107. And if you use that money again, you are now compounding your money. Slowly by slowly, you'll get there. As you compound, I want you to also set goals of weekly adding up of capital, right? Why is that important? If you are trading a one-shot signal, for example, Mana that I've just shown you here in the group, some of you traded it, some of you looked at it, because usually life is like that. Some people take action, some people ignore. You might buy it and it will go down, okay. But I just understand once these signals have been analyzed by some good people in our team, really, I really appreciate and want to thank God that we have people of different caliber, different capacities in our team. There is a mastermind group of different special leaders that do this for us. They go and analyze some good coins and drop them to the group, make sure you can make money. And so someone says, me, I will invest, like Julius has said, I will invest $100 here. But then someone will say, I will put here $5,000 and I take little profit. Now, what limits your potential power profitability is how much you invest in that particular coin in one shot. And I want to tell you, at your own ample time, you can pick your own coin you want to trade. And that this coin can drop in profit. I hope you see what is happening. I'm not showing a film or history. I'm showing you what's happening now. And anybody can do it. When you choose this coin, it can go in profit. It can go down. When it goes down, manage your funds right and buy the dip. When it bounces out of the dip, it will be 4%, 5%, 6%, 7%, and more. Ladies and gentlemen, since I learned this aspect, I've never seen 50% floating loss in my account. That so much people talk. I'm not a trader. Me, I'm not a scientist. I'm not very good at candlesticks. Me, I'm not good at support, resistance, slide, line, check. I have my robot. My duty is just to look at my app and look at simple common sense, which everybody can do. You don't need to go and analyze, okay, according to the history. I don't need that. Common sense. I look at it. Just look at my app. Nothing more, nothing less. I understand buying low, sell high. Okay, which coin is low? Aave. I enter Aave. Aave has two directions. Either Aave will continue going down, and when Aave continues going down, I just open my margin calls and say, if Aave goes down by 5%, my robot martingale strategy now comes into play. And you will never sit into floating loss. Never, never. One simple purchase, the floating losses, then average price, back in profit. Simple business. In this month that we have, I don't want to see people suffering floating loss. Why? Because they failed to manage their money right. I don't want to see people saying, oh, I'm looking for a coin to trade, yet you have your RoyalQ app. Because you can personally, on your own level, independently take decision about your money. And this needs not to be controlled by anyone or Julius. I personally believe in empowering people to take their own decisions about finances. I don't believe in me being something happens because Julius must be here. I don't believe in such business. That's why I still come back with the same idea. The decision still remains in your hands. You can take it. When I was picking my iron, I didn't ask any. I have so many friends that I know. Really, these guys are good. I need to appreciate them. They really hit the iron to the net, but I just came here. I said, okay, which is the last coin with little profit? FL, FIL. I don't need to go to the market to see how candlesticks are moving because Royal Key is arranging these coins according to their performance. Let me just show you. Let me do something crazy, right? Okay, this coin might do well, but let me do this. Let me get this. How much do I lose here? Market price, 100%. I lose around 0.3. I'll manage this with another sell. This is my training ground. Okay, now let me pick up this coin. Yes, it is true. Someone may say, oh, don't get in, please. I've just maybe analyzed that coin and maybe the market. Let me get in. Okay. All right, let me get in. The answer is simple. This coin has two directions. It will either go up or go down. Nothing more, nothing much. Right, I pick it up. If it takes a downward movement, ladies and gentlemen, I'll buy the dip. If it goes up to give me my profit, well and good. Everything is up to you. You have the app in your phone, and I want you to take charge of your app, and I want you to make decision. Control, don't be too greedy. Don't want too much from the market. Once these coins, they might go up, they might go down. When they go down, buy the dip, space your margin calls to be able to jump out of the floating loss very easily and faster. Give you guarantee you'll always profit. You'll always profit. How are you going to be able to fix the skill? You're going to fix the skill by practicing. And when you practice, you will be able to, if you are online and they add up these other coins of the one shot and these other signals that we keep on dropping in the group, well and good, you can get into this. Imagine if I was trading this coin and it has already done 1.3%, it has to sell at, okay. This seems to have a buy-in callback. And now I want to explain this because it's now live here. You see, this one has a whole position take profit. I want to explain it here of 0.1. But if we get to this coin, it has already exceeded this is the callback price. The callback price. Already this coin is in a floating profit. But the bot is waiting. If this coin tries to call less than 0.848 to give me my profit. So everything, as long as you set, can be controlled by a robot. My 1 hour is almost done, but I remember I started a little bit late. So I want to give it back to you. How many minutes? 10. Questions? Keep the business simple. Anything that you do that makes this business hard will still come back and backfire to you as a leader. Keep this business simple to everybody. Never complicate it. Never bring science, chemistry, biology, and other things of too much complete, anything that you are trying to introduce. Candlesticks, support analysis, you might remain broke for a very long time. Keep it as simple as possible. Let everyone have the power to take decision. in simple ways. In simple ways. Right. Yes, Liz.
Good morning. Thank you so
Morning.
much for your training as usual. I just wanted to support you and tell the story, my story. A few days ago, I've been listening to you talking about buying, adding more capital when your coin is in floating loss. So I had a TAR USDT in about minus 28%. And I think I traded it and then the market turned and went against me. So it had about $280 that the coin was holding in floating loss. So what I did was I added about 280 or 300, and the floating loss went from 28 to about 4%. The most amazing thing is that I then decided to sell that coin. When it was in negative floating loss, I made $5.5 profit. I was so amazed. So I had another coin, and USDT. It has been trading for 3 weeks, floating loss, floating loss. I think it was 40-something percent, minus 40-something percent. I did the same thing. I added, now I have this 280 plus 300. I added like $500 to Ant. I bought and I opened the margin calls. The floating loss went from minus 40 to about minus 9, minus 10. I sold Ant. I made a loss of only 0.4%. I am just confirming what you've taught us, and thank you so much, because those coins, especially Ant, had been really disturbing me because it was in a huge floating loss and it was carrying a lot of my USDT. But just by doing that, I was able to get out of both coins, and now I had trading capital to do other trades. So I'm just going to keep on doing that. Managing your money is really, really important. Thanks.
Wow, thank you so much, Leader Liz from Kenya. But could you imagine that if you didn't sell and just kept your money in USDT, open the margin calls, tell your bot that if this coin goes down by 2%, now let me tell you the magic is here now. That if this coin goes down by 2%, buy once, maybe put it on the $15. If it goes again once by another 2%, which is 4% now, buy another once. Okay, now you change and say maybe if it goes down now by 10% or 5%, buy once. Let me tell you, the difference between the 2% and the 2% will be a 2% in profit. That's all.
Yes.
So instead of you now going huge at once to get back capital, if you had that power to allow the buying of the dip take place, you'd be amazed on how much profit you can make.
I was trying to do that, Julius, but it wasn't actually making that much of a difference, because either the market or that coin in particular was not dipping that much. It was in that situation where, sometimes they just remain kind of trading sideways. So that thing I opened my margin calls. I tried to change the margin configuration. It didn't work. So anyway, I was fed up of that Ant. So I wanted to get out. But for me, I was just amazed that from minus 50%, I only made a loss of 0.4. And the other one, I made a profit of 5.5. So that was amazing.
Wow. All right. Thank you so much. It was a nice testimony to hear that from you. And anybody can now perfectly get out of floating loss anytime they want. But the magic is, all right, like Shah said, the magic is managing your funds right. And like I would love to say that if you are trying to manage your funds right, ladies and gentlemen on the call, also take it a very, very important point to at least make sure you are increasing your capital every single week, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, there is a gentleman from Uganda, and this guy started with $300. 2 months ago, he has made close to $5,000 in profit. In 2 months, he has made over $5,000. I can share his testimony. And he started with $300. He made some little profit within the first week, and he told himself, this thing works. So he made a decision to increase his capital every week with $1,000. So every week he adds $1,000 to his capital, and he's in 12,000 plus capital. But you know what? He closes over $200 every single day. So I believe anybody can now make profit. All right. If no more questions, I see the leader Liz, you still have a question? I hope or a contribution. I see your hand is
Oh,
still
no,
up.
sorry, I should lower my hand. Let me lower my hand.
All right. Beautiful. Okay, if no more questions, I would love to come to the end of our session. I hope I've been able to keep this. I've been able to keep this as simple as possible to everybody. Okay. Okay, there is this name is hard. Please, when you unmute yourself, you tell me your name so that I don't bite my tongue this morning. I've made you a co-host, please.
Hello, Luda Julian. This is Buta Kihara.
Yes, yes. What's your name, sir, and where are you joining us from?
Kihara is in Nairobi.
Okay, Harry, Nairobi, right? That's beautiful. Yes, we are listening closely.
Yes, you see, I'm listening to you and you're sounding, this is the first time I've attended this meeting. Thank you so much for the meeting. And I'm hearing you saying that you can get out of floating loss. From the time I joined, I got my settings of the first 3 trades directly. I was just being given screenshots. My upline is in Uganda. So I just got them as screenshots, but I decided to do a bit of, to just do exactly how he had taught me. So now I'm trying to learn this on my own. I think that the best I've come to a 0% of a floating loss is a minus 48. Now, when I hear there's a way to get out of this floating loss, I'm very, very excited. The one you have just showed us about Mana, I have just done that. And I think it's the first time I'm looking at my robot and there's a blue screen. It has always been red. So I just want to say I'm going to do those things you've talked about, increasing on the capital. I had initially thought I should just do a sync strategy with professional traders, but with this kind of training, looks like I don't need to have a professional trader. I can learn these things on my own, and I'll be able to do the trades on my own. So thank you so much, Julius. You actually the one who made me join when I was invited you, and you did your. To me, that was your the first testimony you did, and I listened to you, and I felt this is real and this is confident. And today I am doing the business. I am going to do it even in way bigger way. It was challenging when you said you only recognize V2s and V3s. And I'm here being a V1. So I have a lot of work to do for you to even be able to read my name. You read people's name who are from Indonesia, but you cannot read my name in Kenya here. I have a lot of work to do, my brother. Thank you so much. You are very inspiring. Today I decided I'm not even going anywhere. I will wait. And I'm very sure when this is all done, I will probably be doing these Zooms as well as telling people you don't have to always do sync strategy. You can just understand this thing. You've made it so simple today. I feel I should have known you a long time ago, but I'm glad. I think I'm in your team. I just don't know where. So just what? This name, you'll be able to read it very comfortably.
All right. Thank you so much. So humbling, so touching. Thank you so much for making a decision to join the business. And I want you to just take charge. I've been here for the last 8 months. Wait just a minute. My phone wants to shut down. Okay, thank you. Sorry for that. You're right. You know, when I started this business, when I used to join Zooms, I saw people are doing this business on laptops. And I only had this phone. And I told myself, I'm going to keep my business basic. And I said, my business is on my phone gets in my pocket. And that's why I'll keep my business simple. And since now, you don't need to sync anybody's strategy and pay strategy fee on the 70 coins that Royalkey provides for us to trade. You can perfectly and purely, just once again, for someone that's just joined, understand, like I could play for you a simple video, but the time could not limit. See, wow, one of my coins has sold. And this coin, let me see how much it has given. Wow. Wow. My iron has sold. That's beautiful. And since it has sold, I'll go in back in the market. I'll now go, I have $104 for me. There is a coin up here, BTCT, I will not trade that. Let me now go this side of professional. There is VET here, but there is Argo here. Now I will trade SLP. It doesn't matter. And I'll just start. I would wait for the, but I'll now trade the second coin in the line, right? I'll trade the second coin in the line on profession because this side, let me see. This one is 5.25. And about this one is 5. Okay. This one's a little bit, but this is too unstable. It really changes at a very terrific speed. That's why I had, but then it's fine. I'll keep my trades here. And these are personal choice coins. And anybody, you have two choices, ladies and gentlemen. When the market goes down, buy the dip, separate the margin calls, and buy the dip of that particular coin, all right? And if the margin calls, if the coin specifically goes down, you can buy the dip of this particular coin. But if it goes up, feel free to profit. Feel free to enjoy some profit in the market. If it goes down, please buy the dip of that particular coin. You can select it by yourself and only pay the fuel fee. And you know what? Let me tell you some funny story. I pay fuel fee from my asset, like you see, but I've basically made this business simple to myself that I have other people in my line that are trading. And as they make profit, they pay my fuel fee. This is not in bad spirit. I have never bought fuel fee. I've never gone to my Binance account to put fuel fee in my Royalkey. What do? I just now want to share something small. How can you go outside your comfort zone a little bit and share the opportunity to other people so that they can learn to trade? And when they do that, ladies and gentlemen, on the call, once they do that on the call, ladies and gentlemen, and they start making profit, they will be earning and you will be paid. So you'll never pay fuel fee. And that is the gist of the other second part of the business. And how can you do that? You never pay fuel fee. They will be earning, like I've showed you, let me show it again. They will be earning and you will be getting paid, right? Okay. Like you see, I've paid my fuel fee, but the fuel fee comes from these other people here. You see, this guy has traded, he has made profit. This one 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 has made profit. This is still fast. These have made profit. These have made profit. These have made profit. All these guys have made profit. And you know what? This is my V2 account. This is not my V5 account. This is my V2 account. This is my V2 account. And this V2 account, focusing a little bit, it's about to become a V3 account. So my goal is simple. As my main account gets to V6, my second account gets to V3, then the rest starts again. I'll never stop. As my first account gets to V6, I'm working very hard to see it happen. My second account will be getting to V3. Then I bring my other second account to V6 again, non-stop. And the basic is simple. It's mindset. It's how you see the things. If you believe you can, you are right. If you believe you can't, you are right. So how basically can you be able to do this and be able to speak to more people about the business? It's just to look at your social media platforms, right? But before you look at your social media platforms, there is one major basic you can do. Go to your phone. If this is my phone, go to your contacts and write everybody that you see on your phone. Get these people from your phone to your paper. Get all these people from your phone book to your paper. Write everybody. Don't spare anyone. Don't spare anyone. And what you can do, ladies and gentlemen, you can say, today I'll write only letter A. I'll write A only. I'll write letter A only, A. So I will start from A. Let me say, today you say you write A. This is B, all right, you write A. So if I scroll down here, I have a good number of contacts. I have 4,920. I have 4,920 people in my phone. And so you write A only today, and tomorrow you write B. The other day you write C, the other day you write D, the other day you write E, the other day you write F, the other day you write G. The other day you write H, the other day you write I, the other day you write J, like that, until you reach the climax where you reach the climax of your phone. You have L, M, N, or P2, maybe ST, depending on the names you have in the phone. Write everybody that you know. And after you have written these people, now on your phone, the second thing is to approach them. There are several ways you can approach these people. I have many. And after you have written these people down, now the next responsibility, now that you know what to do, is to call, hey, Frank, good morning, how are you? And Julius, that's the only thing I do. Hey, Matthew, how are you? Good morning. My name is Julius, your friend. Hey, Matthew, would you be open to learn about cryptocurrency and how you could keep money in your wallet without sending it to anyone? Have an amazing artificial intelligence robot to buy those cryptocurrencies for you when the market's low, sell them high for you and give you profit. It's so residual, passive, and amazing. Then Frank says, yes, Julius, I'm open. Frank, could you be able to join us Zoom at 9 p.m. 8 p.m. South Africa Standard Time if you are in South Africa? If you're in Uganda, it is 9 p.m. Ugandan time, where we have these experts that are going to explain to you how all this gimmick works. Then Peter says, I'm not interested. Well and good. It was nice to speak to you. Then I call Stephen. Then I call Peter. Then I call Andrew. By the time I've called 10 people, minimum 8 have said yes. And on the 8, 5 come on the Zoom. And on the 5, to get started, I make $65. I turn my $65 into my trading capital. I trade another coin, I make more money. Simple business. Okay, if you cannot make them a call, you can call them on WhatsApp. I make so many WhatsApp video calls. Hey, Peter, this is me, your buddy, Julius. And by then, before I had the office, I was seated at my home. That's where I was working from. Sometimes I go to restaurants to have lunch and I could make a call. Sometimes, maybe now I only do Royal Q, by the way, pure and perfect. And this is our amazing office in Uganda, here in Masaka. And we're really working very, very hard to make sure that things happen. And so that's the only thing we do. And by doing this, I was amazed. I was able to buy myself a house. I was able to buy myself a car. By doing this, I was amazed. I have enough money to my basic needs, to my family needs. By doing this, I've been able to sufficiently make some good money in the last month, close to 25 million Ugandan shillings in the month of February. If you're in Uganda, you understand what I'm talking about. close to 25 million Ugandan shillings. I was doing my calculations here. From doing that, I'm not an MP, I'm not a president, and I live a simple life. Unless I tell you, you can't know how much I make. Unless I tell you I live a simple life, it doesn't matter. Close to 25 million Ugandan shillings by doing that. And today I was setting my goal and I was looking at how much I could make, because, ladies and gentlemen, for you to achieve something, you need to first perceive it in your mind. So my question to you as you start the month is, how much do you want to make from this month? How much are you willing to invest? Because, ladies and gentlemen, basically and purely, I just want you to think out of the box. Let me share my screen again. If you get this into your mind, you never go in for returns on investment and promises. Why? Imagine, as I was here, I started to trade Algo, and Algo is doing 0.3%. 0.3%, ladies and gentlemen, of how much? If I had invested $10,000 in here instead of $49, am I speaking to somebody? I have developed a mindset yesterday that I'm going to work very hard. Imagine, as we are speaking here, I traded FIL, FLI with you. It's trying to pick up. If we check down here on general, it's still the down one coin. I developed a mindset and I said, Julius, I'm going to work very hard and make sure all the 70 coins in Royal Q, each coin has $10,000 for me. I've set it a goal. I've given it some time. I've given it a deadline. I'm going to make sure I have $70,000. $70,000. $700,000, $700,000 into my Binance account to trade all the 70 coins of Royal Q, each with $10,000. What's your goal? Mine, that's my long-term goal. I have my short-term goal for this month. What is your goal? How willing are you to go for it? And remember, Royal Q compounds on your money. Royal Q compounded over $542 in my last month. So I'm not taking away the money. I'm now going to compound. I'm now living on a capital of over $1,000 plus in one of my trading accounts. I have my other main account. Take decision. Trust the process and you win big time. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a happy 1st of March. I want to wish all Christians from the Catholic Dominion. Tomorrow is the Ash Wednesday, and enjoy yourself in the Lent period. I wish you all the best. Ladies and gentlemen, success deserves a hard work. But if you meet a right opportunity like Royal Q, I want to request you and to beg you, dive in and let us all win. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Big up my brother, my friend, Mr. Robert Barnes, one of our V3 from United States of America. As a team, Eagles International, we love you so much. And we wish you all the best on your second rank of V3. And let us keep on turning the world together. Thank you so much. I see a question here. I thought we had come to the end. Okay. Yes, Grace, please. Listening to you very attentively. Hello, Grace. Okay, it seems Grace is not here. So you can definitely, everybody, go and pick some points. All right.
I just want to appreciate all of you. You, Coach J, Queen Annalie, ATM Machine, all of you that are there that are teaching you are giving your knowledge free of charge. God will reward you all in Jesus' name. And God will strengthen all of you. That's all. I just want to appreciate you. I just want to appreciate you in Jesus' name. Bye-bye.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have really an amazing team led by our brother from Nigeria, ATM Machine, Coach J, so many other people under the scenes that are not seen here that are doing whatever it takes to ensure that you guys win. This guy is a team of around 25 guys. They analyze the coins and give you some one-shot coins. Really, they are doing whatever it takes. There is leader. I won't mention everybody, but because we work together as a team, I'm just a representative to the team. I'm not everything. I'm just the representative to the team. And starting this month, don't miss our mega Zoom. It's going to be much more powerful. All these leaders are going to be available in these Zooms every single day, every evening, starting today. So invite somebody who wants to learn about crypto. Let us take this to another level. God bless you. I wish you all the best. Happy earnings, and bye from my side. Thank you so much.